although Miley Cyrus has since gotten a divorce from Liam Hemsworth, a clip of the couple from back when they were together has resurfaced and gotten millions upon millions of views, with people arguing about what kind of toxic dynamic they must have had when they were married. And in this clip, you can see them at the premiere for Thor: Love and Thunder, where Chris Hemsworth was starring in the movie.
I think this is for Avengers. The backdrop was Avengers, I think it said.
You can see in the background that...
Does it say Thor?
Yeah.
Okay.
But, you know, obviously his brother, Chris Hemsworth, is in the franchise, so he showed up to support him and brought her along. But I think it's pretty obvious Miley Cyrus is more famous than Liam Hemsworth before and after they split up. Mm-hmm. So she was getting a lot of attention from the paparazzi on the red carpet, and she then pretends to lick him, as you'll see in the clip. Let's play it.
Yes, here we go, guys.
She doesn't actually lick him, but it's like she's pretending to as a joke.
We have to mute it because I think it's got one of her songs. Here we go.
I didn't want to leave.
It's a different song than the one that we played the other day. And he says, could you behave for once?
They're doing lip reading on the video. And so she gets pissed off and pushes him out of the way and then starts posing on her own just to show him that she doesn't need him, to put him in his place, essentially.
Was she doing drugs at that time?
Probably. That's something that Brett brought up as a possibility, yeah.
Avengers Endgame. It was Avengers
I see.
Yeah.
Not like it matters.
Well, no, because it would speak to the time frame and when it happened.
Okay.
Right?
I don't remember when they divorced. Allegedly, it was because Liam Hemsworth was caught being unfaithful with an untold number of women, and that is why she ended up writing her hit song Flowers, where she sounded like a schizophrenic maniac, like, I can buy myself flowers. I can talk to myself. Yes. I can cradle back and forth in the corner of my padded cell.
And the point of this whole thread is for the worst person you know, the absolute worst person you know, to post about how you should never let no man dull your shine.
Yeah, that's, I think, what had you so righteously or viciously indignant in response to this clip. Here were a couple of takes. Every time I see this, I'm reminded that it's important to know your partner. He wanted someone more reserved and then picked Miley effing Cyrus. She wanted someone who would be as crazy as she was and picked Liam Hemsworth. Come on, man. Another one said, Liam Hemsworth is the Joe Alwyn in Miley Cyrus's dating history. They're referring to Taylor Swift's 6-year-long relationship with Joe Alwyn. A loser, small d of a man who dulls the shine and glitter that their significant others have, who is so insecure, thinking that they're somewhat also deserving of that shine and glitter when they are not. Another one said, someone that doesn't match your freak and tries to diminish you is the worst shit ever. And then all the rest of the responses are from women basically saying, like, never let a man dull your shine and dim your light and degrade you and minimize who you are because you're a queen and you deserve better.
Never compromise.
Yes, that's basically what they're saying.
My response would have been, so what if they were at, like, an event for her and the tone of it is supposed to be over the top and he's just standing there sulking like an emo loser, like, I don't want to do this right now. And she's like, will you, like, have some energy? And he's like, no, I won't do that. It would be the same thing, right? Because he's basically saying, like, we're at this event. They're asking for pictures. We're trying to show some sense of decorum. And again, I want to point out, I'm not new to the internet. This is also deceptively edited and cut to make it look probably worse than it is, but the point still stands. However, it actually happened doesn't actually matter. What matters is how the idiots in the comment section took it. That's not the point. So, again, the worst feminist you know uses this as her edification for her worst impulses, is all I was saying.
Yeah, I agree with that statement. Yeah. It could be, though, that he was saying that to her as a joke, like, oh, can you behave for once? Ha ha. Like, not like, can you just shut up? Like, some hateful statement that he made there. That's a lot of people reading into it what they wanted to see. And they want to see it that way because they have their own
broken?
hang-ups. Yeah. Because their brains are broken. Their brains are melted by all of this feminism, this like pop feminism, hashtag feminism.
Oh, I don't think that it's just the pop feminism. I think all the feminism is kind of breaking people's brains.
Well, I would say the mainstreamed version of it is where sentiments like this are popularized.
I mean, maybe this is maybe he got really mad and then cheated on her like 14 times.
He did cheat on her,
which is wrong too, and absolutely awful. But the point is,
he's alleged to have cheated on her.
No, I think
He
it was
did,
pretty
yeah.
confirmed. Yeah, like nobody's saying he's a good person. The point of this discussion isn't about his mistakes, though. You could make a whole video on the stupidity of that, and rightfully so. She then writes music about it and makes a ton of money off of it, which is right, fair play.
But I have noticed that a lot of people, they do like hate their spouses, and it's like you're going to pity party about hating your husband or your wife when you're the one who made the decision to marry that person.
The Dadvocate has a whole genre of Instagram reels about women who make videos that are
great.
Yeah, that emasculate their husbands, and women's like talking about having to train their husbands, and of course the men are pathetic for allowing that to be, themselves to be in a relationship where that is being done.
Yeah, I think those women are making their husbands more hateable.
And those women, it's kind of like when I was talking about, they make music for women in an Altima driving alone. Okay, that's what this is. This is just the YouTube short, or the Instagram version of the music that these women use as their anthem, which is I activate my worst impulses. I treat other people poorly. I do so in the name of my own self-interest. And this is validated by a society that tells them that they were kept down for generations. Therefore, acting on your worst impulses is justified. And that would be fine if it was couched in some language that didn't infuriate me, which is mostly like the same stuff you see on Pop Bass, which is a bunch of modernity crammed into language, which I really, really hate, which is dull your shine, or the people who look at this and call her mother, which is the most annoying thing in the world. So again, when I talk about this one, like I fully understand that I'm trying to rationalize something that's very, very stupid, but I refuse to just react angrily without at least trying to explain why it is that way.
Yeah, you responded very strongly to the clip.
Well, if again, and even when even when we were doing that, I said, look, I understand that whoever edited this clip gets what they want from me if I respond that way.
Well, you did, and you gave.
Well, I mean, I'd like to think
they wanted.
I'd like to think that here this was more measured.
Yeah.
Okay, so this was a more measured response.
48 hours to think about it and calm down. How about you, Phil? What is your interpretation of this whole conversation that's around this clip, regardless of what happened in it?
It's just fake and gay.
It's fake and gay.
The thing is, I don't have any respect for like online feminists at all. So like when they're out there yipping about this little clip that they think they've seen, and all it is a vector for them to vent about men because they're, sad and unhappy, and whatever their personal experience is, they're just placing it on that. No one knows what their actual relationship was like. It is clear that Miley Cyrus at one time was a drug addict. I don't know if she was a drug addict in this particular in this time frame, but if she is, it's likely that the comment from Chris had a little bit of stank on it, if you will. But also, if he has been found to be cheating on her,
they're both bad people.
It's just just Hollywood drama, and I just don't care.
Here, this comment says, I love that she's so untamed and herself. Never lets herself change for anyone. In a healthy relationship, there is give and take that requires you perhaps to tame yourself. But they won't entertain the idea that that's actually healthy.
I brought this up to you the other day when we first saw this clip. So there's this dating show on YouTube by someone named Arlette Amuli.
Okay.
And this is all black contestants, so this is something that goes viral on black Twitter like all the time. I see clips of it. So the point is, it's called Pop the Balloon, and they either have a lineup of all men or a lineup of all women. They're holding balloons, and someone of the opposite sex walks in and introduces themselves as a prospect for the contestants. If any of the contestants see some kind of red flag on them or hear something they don't like, they pop their balloon to show that they're not interested anymore.
Oh, is this the one where like a dude said something and all the balloons got popped at once or something?
That happens a lot. That happens very often when they have
that.
a line of female contestants because they have very specific standards for what
remember
they're looking
somebody
for.
said something about
and
trans women and like all the women popped
Right.
the balloon at once.
Right.
Yes.
If a man comes into that show and says that he's not willing to date a trans woman, then the cis women will pop their balloons in solidarity.
That is
you know?
insane. Like
is.
it is 100% S the D bigot.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
You're insane if you think men are going to tolerate that.
Yeah. So I remember this one clip from Pop the Balloon where a man shows up to a line of female contestants and some of them popped their balloons. One of them was still interested and he spoke to her and asked her, to introduce herself. And she said, yeah, I'm just like looking for someone who can like tame me and basically that was the point is she's like, I'm kind of out of control, like I'm kind of crazy sometimes, like I just need someone who can handle me, handle me at my worst or you don't deserve me at my best type of statement. And he said to her, like, you're just expecting me to parent you.
Yeah.
This is insane.
The meme of women posting infographics that say, if you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best, is a meme beyond the age of memetics. Like, it goes back to the beginnings of Facebook and before.
I'm pretty sure it's a misattributed quote to Marilyn Monroe,
And
who is way hotter than all of them.
Again, the follow-up to that meme was, it was like, if you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. Sincerely, somebody who is never at their best.
Yes.
Like, that is true. The worst person uses that as the excuse to not change their behavior or be introspective in the slightest.
And the equivalent of that, I think, when you see it in men, is that something you said off air yesterday, men who are looking for a wife who's more like their mom, who manages their life and manages all of their social connections and provides everything for them and solves problems for them and tends to them emotionally, and also one who is emotionally dysregulated and flies off the handle easily. You just shouldn't expect someone to be managing your dysfunction.
Well,
all
the whole
time.
point is, like, if you're going to be in a productive and healthy relationship, you've got to figure out your own shit first.
Yeah.
Otherwise, how do you expect it to come together for both of you? Like, that's actually insane.
Maybe this is the type of dating advice that we'll hear on Michelle Obama's podcast.
I can't wait to find out.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.